Hi, thank you for joining me tonight. Once again, we will be talking about simple trading, getting a specific pair, one pair, and stay with it until we see the change on the chart. Now, currently, the market is closed, and it closed yesterday, at 5 p.m. Eastern. It will open back up Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. But let's pull up our screen share so you can see what I'm talking about. Now this is with Forex.com, and how you trade is how you do almost everything. So we're going to start as simple as possible. This chart has very little to almost nothing on it, meaning it's a naked chart. There's no indicators. All you see is my buy, my entry price, my stop loss, and my take profit. The way I trade is when I look at the higher time charts to see exactly how this specific pair is trading in the market. This pair is New Zealand USD, and I've been with it for quite some time now. I first started this specific trade in May, and then again in June. June 25th was the first one I had this specific setup. Now my entry price is at 0.68310. And that is right here. You can see it's a buy. My stop loss is at 0.62810. I raised it a little. Noticing what it was doing Friday before it closed, I saw that it was changing where it was going. So I'm going to go down to a smaller time chart so you can see where my stop loss is currently at. And it is at a negative 5,500 pips or $55. It's not that big of a deal, especially when your balance is $616.84. Yesterday it was at $616.87. So after going through a 24-hour time frame, it took 3 cents for the fee, for the privilege to keep going. My take profit also was raised from 5,000 pips to 5,500 pips or $55. So it was $50. Now it's 55, and that's profit. So that's positive. And the reason I did this is because when the market closed, I was at a negative $29.95. So being at a negative 5,000 pips or $50 was a little uncomfortable. I'm sorry, $50 was a little uncomfortable. So I just raised it an extra 500 pips on both my take profit as well as my stop loss. I'm going to go and show you what a minute time chart looks like. Wow. Hardly anything there, right? Can't see much. Granted, the market is closed, but it didn't move much either over the time frame that's here. 5 minute, not much there either. Then we'll go up to the 15 minute, and still not quite much for you to actually see what's going on. Now we're going to do a little button here, and that gives you a clear idea for a time chart. Doesn't look like this trade is moving much now, does it? Now I go into the 30 minute, and once again, not much there. The lower time charts are excellent if you know that that trade is moving quickly on a regular basis. But you're going to need the higher time charts to be able to make that decision. The 1 hour, granted, we have more information here. You can see the ups and downs, but I'm still not completely satisfied that that's the whole story for this trade. 4 hour, once again, you can see more of the movement, a lot more right here. Do you see this? This is great. It's good, and you can trade here without a problem. I actually like the day time chart because I can have a wider variety and more information of what this trade's going to do. Notice when I said dated yesterday, when the market was still open, that it was doing a pattern. We'd go down 3 and then up, down 3 touches and then up, down 3. It was on its second touch when the market closed. Or is that the third? Hang on a sec. Let me take a look at this. Nope, it's the third. So the next movement is up. And how far it goes depends on the chart itself. When it gives you a fuller picture. So to get that, you need to go into higher time chart, which I just went into a week. And if you can see where my stop loss is, it is way below where it's currently at. And I've got plenty of time to adjust if necessary. And this pattern, the last time it was here was August 9th of 2015, over 3 years ago. I don't think it's going to turn around and go down there, because if you look a little further in, you can see how it was doing its 3 touches and then it went up. And it did it here again, 3 touches and then up. It's got that pattern, and it's continually all through the trade over the last 14 years. I think it's a good idea to say, yeah, you know what? That's what it's going to do. So the reason it didn't take off like I thought it would this last week is because on Monday was Labor Day in the US, a holiday. So it made the trade move even less and smaller times. That's what this little bit right here was. And as you can see, being that it's steady now, it's not going anymore, and it won't pick up again until Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then we're really going to see it take off. It's not going to be long when we are over our take profit. And that is going to be fantastic. That's why I say this trade is exciting. It doesn't have your indicators. It doesn't have what most people would put on a chart, because it doesn't block the price. If you can't see the price or the trade trend that it's doing, you have too much on your chart, too many indicators. And what I do is what's called a naked chart, because it only has these 3 lines. But I do my research and I pay attention to the patterns, that the trend, because a trend is always your friend, of what this trade will do. And when you're trading, you trade right, but you look left. Now, how I got this information was through IML Academy /Swipe Trades, as well as Academy members that actually teach the education, who just happens to be Orrin Wright and Stevenson Lindor. And recently I went through some training and picked up on another person's skills and knowledge, whom was Tracy Walker, who just happens to be my sponsor. So she's been very well trained and can understand what many may not be able to. And with the market close, there's not a whole lot that you can be said with this. So what I'm going to do is push it back to the day time chart, because that's where I like to stay, and make sure that the whole trade is on the one chart so we can see all three lines. And I'm going to stop my screen share for any questions. I'll give you a couple moments. You can either unmute yourself or you can write it in the chat. Either way, I will get your question. We're going kind of quiet. Let me check something. Going once. Going twice. And gone. Thank you again for joining me this Saturday evening when you could be out doing something else on a Saturday. But I do want to mention something. Next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday, I won't be trading or training on this trade. I will actually be discussing the event in Fort Lauderdale, because I will be there. So if you want information, you want a little indication or insider view of what's going on, come take a look, because I'm going to record it and I will make sure it gets to whomever wants to look. Okay? But if you can, go purchase your ticket and come and see me in person at the IML Soars event in Fort Lauderdale. So you go to imlsoars.com where you can still purchase your tickets. And thank you again. Have a great weekend and a great night, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye for now.